Hi, welcome back to the Hobby Homestead. We are working on a red, white, and blue coleslaw for today's meal. So we're going to start chopping and shredding our red cabbage and our green cabbage. And my slaw dressing is all going to be homemade as well, and it won't have any sugar in it. Okay, guys, so I kind of went overboard with this bowl. So my lovely husband has to bring me a bigger bowl. Thanks, darling. Put that over there. You didn't remove it. No, it's gonna be too small. What you doing?
Watching, what, making you nervous? I'll leave.
So next I'm going to peel and dice my Vidalia onion.
You're not a big boy. How's that go?
It was burning me eyeballs.
So in other words, that onion was hot.
It was very hot.
Dang it, boy. Welcome to Constant Chaos, people.
And then next we're going to shred a lovely carrot. It's chaos in my house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Between my kids, my husband's only home on the weekends. He trucks all week long, so being married to a blue-collar man that's gone all the time is something you have to be used to. We've been together 17 years, so he's a good man. And then being on the fact that we have 3 big dogs and 4 small dogs. We have 3 Poms, 1 15-year-old Chihuahua, my German Shepherd Philo, who come from the Humane Society. Then we have Duke, who's a Griffon, who also come from the Humane Society. And then my son's got a yellow lab to go duck hunting with. And my son also makes content for Clean Catch and Cook on fishing, and he's going to be doing hunting. You can catch him on his channel, Kyle Collins Jr. And then my husband also makes content. They'll be storing an old bass boat on Real Peachy. So, and he's also bait making and airbrushing bait, so he'll be having more content come out too. So I'm gonna get I'm gonna put 1 carrot in here because this carrot was really big. And I did 1 Vidalia onion. I only did half of my green cabbage and half of my red cabbage because my youngest son won't eat it. But me and my oldest and my husband will. But yeah, we do rescuing from the Humane Society. Philo, our German Shepherd, was on the youth list, and we went and got him the day he was supposed to be put down. So yeah, we try to help where we can. and he's been with us 3 years now. He's the best dog ever. Duke is also a really good dog. I have some health problems and cardiac problems, and he was trained and doing good with being my cardiac alert dog. So it's been awesome. So that's Dookie. Dookie sit. He does a lot of alerting to me when my blood pressure drops, when my heart rate rises. This is Gunner, my son's hunting dog. That's Boo. She's my 15-year-old Chihuahua. Poor thing, and got no teeth left. That's Rowdy, rescued Palm. Lacey, my other Palm. And then that's Dolly Bear, my other Palm. And then my German Shepherd that you see comes in and out. He's around back using the potty. So I'm going to go all out. I'm going to put some dried cranberries into my coleslaw today. And then I'm going to work on making my homemade slaw dressing. Yeah, I didn't think you would want that. Oh my God, babe, the Palms are literally fighting over a carrot. Okay, so we're out of mayonnaise. So we're going to make our own mayonnaise. So what I need to do is put 2 eggs. And I use farm fresh eggs. There's my 2 eggs. I'm going to use spicy brown mustard. You can use mustard of preference. You can put 1 tablespoon of vinegar. I'm going to use white wine. Some people like to use distilled. And then a half a teaspoon of salt. Salt's preference. I only use Redmond salt. I am not sponsored by Redmond's, but Redmond's, if you're watching, we only use your salt because it is American made. Then you put any seasonings you want. I'm put garlic and pepper in mine. And then you want to use 1 cup of a good oil. And I'm going to use extra virgin olive oil. Take a minute for this to fill up. Okay, friends, we are going to make some mayonnaise. We like to make homemade mayonnaise because it doesn't have all the chemicals and stuff in that store-bought mayonnaise has. And some of the stuff you can't even pronounce that's in it. So to make the mayonnaise, you're going to put 2 eggs in. I'm going to use olive oil. You can use an oil of your choice, but my preference is olive oil, especially for what I'm making it for. Because right now I'm making it for my coleslaw that we're working on. So we're going to need 1 cup of olive oil. This will take a minute just to fill this cup up. Okay, now we got the oil up to 1 cup. I'm going to dump it in my eggs. I'm going to add some salt. And I'm using Redmond's. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of mustard. And I'm going to squeeze a half a lemon. key to making mayonnaise is you want to use an immersion blender in a wide mouth jar. You want to put your immersion blender all the way at the bottom, turn it on, leave it at the bottom for like 15 seconds, and then we'll work our way up. And there you have it. Within 30 seconds or so, we have mayonnaise. And then the flavor of homemade mayonnaise, I think, is a lot better than store-bought mayonnaise. So the reason I prefer to make my own mayonnaise is because I know what's in it. The store-bought mayonnaise, I can't hardly pronounce some of the chemicals that are in it. I used to live by Duke's and Hellman's, and now I just rather make my own because I know what's in here. So now we're going to get ready to make our coleslaw dressing. Okay, so for my coleslaw dressing, it calls for 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, I'm going to double mine because I have a really big bowl of slaw. So we're going to do 2/4 cups of mayonnaise. Then we're going to do 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of spicy brown mustard, but you can use Dijon. As I fling it everywhere. Then it calls for 1/4 teaspoon of ranch dressing. Oh, I put that away. I'm not done with it. And I'm going to put some salt and pepper in it. I'm just going to measure that with my heart. Go ahead and taste it. That's really good. I'm going to go ahead and pour this over my slaw. And give this a good mix. will have my husband try it. Okay, so I have my blue collar husband in here to taste my slaw.
Where's the buck? Dad approved.
You like that, eh?
I love it. I didn't think you make steak. Spark so damn big.
Alright guys, well there you have it. It's been approved. So y'all have a blessed and happy 4th of July. Bye friends.